Hey everyone, welcome back to Autocar Professional's POV, our explainer series where we break down the biggest shifts in the global automotive industry from an Indian lens. India is rewriting the rulebook of how clean your next car has to be. And today we'll tell you exactly how it's going to impact the industry and more importantly, you. The government's draft CAFE-3 norms, the third cycle of the corporate average fuel efficiency standards, will kick in from 2027 to 2032. And the stakes are huge. Prices, safety, model strategy, and even the future of small cars in India could change. What exactly is CAFE-3? CAFE norms track how much fuel a company's entire fleet burns on an average and how much CO2 it emits. CAFE-3 tightens the screws for car makers. They must gradually reduce the fuel consumption of the cars they sell from 3.73 liters to 3.01 liters per 100 kilometers starting from 2027 to 2032. The idea is simple. Cleaner engines, better aerodynamics, more hybridization and faster electrification. What's new this time? India will adopt WLTP, the global testing system making fuel efficiency figures more realistic. It allows heavier vehicles, slightly tighter CO2 limits, meaning lighter cars have to work harder to meet the same target. Electric vehicles and strong hybrids get bigger compliance benefits. Selling them pulls a company's fleet average down dramatically. So, what's the bone of contention between India's automakers exactly? India's largest car maker with over 40% market share, Maruti Suzuki, has proposed a brand new category just for small petrol cars under 909 kg curb weight. Cars in this mini car class could get 3 grams per kilometer CO2 relaxation. This sounds small, but to car makers juggling averages, it is massive. Now the thing is, Maruti's portfolio is dominated by light hatchbacks. WLTP makes their job tougher because heavier SUVs are allowed more CO2. Maruti argues that small cars are already extremely efficient. Treating a tiny hatchback like a 2-ton SUV makes no sense. Without a carve-out, small car prices will shoot up. And entry-level buyers, which are the backbone of Indian mobility, will suffer more. They fear that stricter uniform rules could kill the small car segment altogether. You might have heard that Tata, Hyundai, Mahindra, Kia and JSW are opposed to this. They say that 909 kg proposal is unfair, unsafe and distorts the market. According to them, CAFE should be uniform. A low weight limit will push companies to cut structure, reinforcements and features just to stay under 909 kg. This risks creating architecturally unsafe cars, undoing years of progress in crash safety. This will also penalize brands investing in stronger structures, EVs and hybrids, while lighter cars get rewarded overnight. Now, this is not a small disagreement, it's a full-blown industry split. If the 909 kg relaxation is approved, more ultralight hatchbacks may flood the market. Small cars may stay affordable, but safety upgrades could slow down. Also, don't forget, Maruti and Toyota may get a breathing room as hybrids become their main compliance tool. On the other hand, if this exemption is dropped, prices will rise as more efficiency tech is added. Maruti will face the toughest transition. The market shifts faster towards EVs, strong and mild hybrids, and SUVs get a relatively easier compliance. That's as far as the car makers are concerned. For consumers, the impact is mixed. Upfront prices are likely to rise for all cars, especially the small ones. Over the years, we've seen hatchbacks get more expensive as BS6 and other safety norms kicked in. As a result, the used car market benefited. In some sense, yes. But the upgrade from two-wheelers to four-wheelers in many markets has also slowed down. On the other hand, for those who could afford to move to compact and subcompact SUV segments, as the focus of the car makers also shifted. And all this in just the last 5 to 6 years. Globally, the direction is clear. Pressure on emissions is rising. In the US, the EPA's new tailpipe rules push for steep CO2 reductions, but the US gives huge credits to SUVs, pickup trucks, and hybrids. The move has sparked a political controversy there as well. Car makers warn of costs, but regulators insist that it is essential. Japan already treats mini cars called K cars differently, with lower taxes and lenient rules because they are lightweight and efficient. But Japan also mandates very strong safety compliance for them. Weight-based categories don't compromise on crash standards at all. Europe, however, has the toughest regulations. There is no mercy for weight categories. Everyone must meet strict fleet averages. This created a rapid push towards EVs and plug-in hybrids in the last few years. Now, India's debate looks a mix of Japan's weight-based thinking and Europe's stringent CO2 goals. So, who's right? Both sides have valid points, but the core question is, should affordability trump uniform safety standards and fairness? Maruti is right, small cars keep India mobile and uniform CAFE penalties can wipe that out. But Tata, Hyundai and others are also right. A 909 kg carve-out risks pushing unsafe, under-engineered cars back into Indian roads. It distorts the market, it punishes companies investing in safer, stronger and electrified vehicles. Our POV is that a relaxation can make sense only if safety is non-negotiable and the weight category is aligned with global norms like Japan's K segment, which has strict safety baselines. Indian policy can treat small cars differently without treating them favorably, given the Indian market realities and road conditions. An exemption should not become a loophole to compromise on safety. CAFE-3 will reshape the Indian auto market more than any policy since BS6. Whichever way the 909 kg debate goes, one thing is certain. Cars are about to get cleaner and more efficient and more electrified. The real question is whether India can do this while keeping the small cars both affordable and safe. That's the balance policymakers must get right. That's it for this POV. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more deep dives into the trends shaping India's auto future. See you next time.